33, Trev's Hockey Show, here on Trev TV. I'm the Trev. You know that. And if you're tuning in, if you're watching, that's just too sweet. Anyway, so here we are. Conference finals are over. Stanley Cup finals matchup is set. And it doesn't start till Monday. So we're going, not counting the Memorial Cup, not counting the World Championships, which, these guys are going to win. My apologies for not wearing the proper attire for this video. Sorry, not sorry. So 6 days, we have no hockey on TV. But that doesn't mean we can't do a video. Or at least Trev can't do a video going over the Cup final and going over the conference finals that were. Now, if you just want to jump right into my prediction and my thoughts for said Cup final, this is the time you want to go to. Right there. But, as always, with the last couple of hockey prediction videos, or at least as far as the playoffs are concerned, I'm going to go over the conference finals. I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. And again, if you don't want to hear it, you know where you have to go. Having said all that, let's get down to it. So let's start in the East. Boston, Carolina. Carolina had a really good run. A really, really, really good run. And I mean, I imagine myself, along with a lot of other people, didn't even think they'd make it to the conference finals. But that storm surge, something powerful about it, I guess. In the long run, though, the storm surge only carried them so far. And, I mean, you could say what you want about how well they glued together as a team and how well they used that as a motivator. But in the end, they ran out of juice. The mental tank was gone, and Rod Brindamore even addressed that. It's like, we just ran out of mental energy. But they made a hell of a run. Very convincing up until they met Boston. Now, I don't know if you remember me saying there's good Boston, there's scary good Boston. There's scary good Tuukka Rask. And if Boston is going to win the Cup, it'll rely a lot on Rask. Like, he'll have to be the backbone. St. Louis has a lot of weapons at their disposal. But Rask has caught in fire at the right time. Marchand, Bergeron, Pasternak, they're all playing with purpose. I don't know if you see it as well as I do. Like, they're determined. More than determined, actually, I would say. They know what they got to do. And the way they're playing, they could do it and make it look very convincing. That's not to say that Carolina had faults. They played. They came out, they played. They played hard, but it just wasn't hard enough. But all in all, very entertaining series. Just sad it only went 4 games. I predicted 5, but you kind of had to know it was gonna go the way it did. Moving to the West, San Jose, St. Louis. Man, San Jose could not buy a ref to buy a break. They had ref luck against Vegas. They had ref luck against Colorado. When they thought they had ref luck against St. Louis, they got busted. And rightfully so. Any hand pass, regardless, the play's dead. Whether it's a full-out close pass, whether it's a bump off, play's dead as soon as it touches the hand. It's like soccer. You can't touch the ball with your hand. Use your feet. Hockey, you use your stick. But at the same time, and I'm not making excuses for San Jose, they did play two series in the full 7. And I mean, they came out of Vegas banged up. They came out of Dallas banged up. It was inevitable. Dallas came out of Colorado banged up. It was inevitable that there was just not going to be enough to do it anymore. And I don't want to call Erik Karlsson a glass house, but you might as well put DiPietro in net. The guy's a glass house there, he'll match your defense. Martin Jones, though, hell of a performance up until Game 4. And when your goalie burns out, when your guys are banged up, I mean, I don't know if you saw the bench near the end of Game 5, how depleted it was. I think all their motivation went with that. I mean, coming into Game 6, no Carlson, no Hurdle, no Pavelski. Donskoy was a question mark. The injury bug caught up, and I kind of thought it would, even though I predicted San Jose to win. Again, my predictions. St. Louis, though, wanted it more. I don't know if you want to blame it on Gloria. I don't know if you want to blame it on a rookie goalie who is just... I don't even want to say he's overachieving. I don't know if you want to blame it on a rookie coach. But for whatever reason, whatever elements came together, whatever spark drove it, St. Louis is going to the Cup. And either way, it should be a very, very, very entertaining series. I hope, anyway. But having said all that, let's get down to the scary part of the video, Trev's predictions. So, again, the scary part. The part where Trev's not winning you any money, because Trev's predictions are just absolute crap this year. Crap. Of the 14 rounds that we've had, or the 14 series that we've had in the 3 rounds, Trev's only called 4 right, and that includes Boston. Now, granted, they won it in 4. I predicted them to win it in 5, which they didn't. They won it in 4. So how do I want to approach this one? Do I want to go on the belief that the Bruins are going to end the bleeding that is parity? Or do I want to say, hey, it's the Blues' turn? This is a rematch from the 1970 Stanley Cup final. And if you're like me, you probably weren't even alive for it. But thanks to recorded history, we have that now infamous moment. He shoots, he scores, takes flight, screws up his knee at that point. Now, I don't think this one's going to go like it did in 1970, where the Bruins won it in 4. And I almost don't want to call it because I'm so scared to. Bruins in 6. That's my prediction. St. Louis will put up a hell of a fight. They always do. They've proven it. Just look at how they got here. How did they get here? Took out Winnipeg in 6. Took out Dallas in 7. And took out San Jose in 6. They beat 3 great teams. 3 really great teams to get to this point. Whereas Boston, they didn't have it any easier either. Took out Toronto in 7. Thank you. Took out Columbus in 6. Took out Carolina in 4. That's how we're here. Now, there are theories out there that are going with the sweep pattern. I didn't even write it down, but basically it involves a sweep, a sweep, a sweep, a sweep. And according to the theory, St. Louis will sweep Boston. And I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that will say St. Louis is going to come out with the Cup. I'm not one of them. I'm not a fan of the parity. And I'm not saying it'll be because of parity if St. Louis wins. It'll be in spite of parity that Boston wins. Am I going to predict a Conn Smythe winner? Why not? Why not? If Boston wins, it's Rask or Marchand. If St. Louis wins, it's Binnington or Schwartz. Schwartz has been lighting it up like no man's business. Like 2 hat tricks in the playoffs. Binnington, rookie goalie, playing on his noodle. Rask is sharper in my mind. And it might just be my mind, but Rask he caught fire at the right time. And I don't expect the layoff that Boston has or had to impact them at all. They're a sharp team. Look at who they got. Rask in the back, Chara, Pasternak, Bergeron, Marchand, DeBrusk. That's just 6 to name a few. And it's not to say St. Louis has no weapons either. I mean, they got Binnington. They got Pietrangelo. If you want to count Bouwmeester as a threat, you can. If you want to count Tarasenko as a threat, you can. But they've also got Schwartz. They've got Maroon, your hometown boy, who's playing for something now. A cup at home. That would be your feel-good story, sure. But I don't think it'll be enough. I think this is Boston's to lose, St. Louis is to win, and St. Louis ain't going to win it, in my mind. Keep in mind, this is just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. You can debate me, and I fully welcome that. But like I said, I believe it's going to Boston. That was episode 33, Trev's Hockey Show here on Trev TV. I want to thank you again for tuning in. I mean, Trev's been on such a roll with videos lately. I mean, this is my seventh one in a week. So, sky's the limit, as I've said before. I mean, who knows what I'll be doing for an encore here. But again, I want to thank you for tuning in. Your viewership means so much to me. Always has, always will. And the counts have been showing it lately. So I'm really, really appreciative of the fact that you guys are watching. It makes me happy. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs up. It's okay. I won't judge. And if you really want to, if you want to keep up with my content and what I pump out next, there's a little subscribe button down in this corner here. I believe it's this corner. It might be that corner, but I think it's this corner. Hit that, and you'll stay up to date with everything I'm pumping out. As mentioned in episode 7 of the wrestling show, I got a video I want to do before Saturday. So whether I do it Friday night, whether I do it Saturday morning is debatable, but there will be a double or nothing prediction video coming. And who knows what else will pop up in between now and then. I mean, as I've proven, it doesn't take much. I did 2 off-the-fly videos in my last 4. So, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, anything can happen. So in the meantime, and in between time, be on the lookout for more videos from Trev. Later.